episode 278, the BBQ Pit Boys. Hello and welcome to another episode from Astro Island Podcasts from me, Jason. Hope you're all doing okay. Hope you're all staying healthy in this crazy mad times, this crazy world that we live in. So yeah, I was in lockdown from March, like a lot of people. March, April, I think was the time that we descended into lockdown. And I think one of my interests for many years now has been food. Obviously, we need food to survive, but I do like making it. And for many years in my household, there would be the barbecue out the back. Now, as a lot of you are aware, I live in Ireland, and the weather isn't always great for the old barbecue now. But I was always very dedicated, even if it was raining or the weather wasn't perfect. As long as it's dry enough, I'd go out, get the old the Weber, the kettle type barbecue, put a bit of charcoal in there, and take it from there. And if it meant that everybody else was in the house, yeah, I was outside. They was all in the house. The salad was being made in the house. The baked potatoes were in the house. I still enjoyed doing. I don't even say the man thing. I don't think that's right. But I was doing the thing that men do a lot, which was the barbecue. So whilst I was in lockdown, anyhow. I was thinking about food quite a lot. I certainly made the effort to make a lot of different food. I don't like a lot of the rubbish you can get in the supermarket, a lot of the processed stuff. I like to make my own food from fresh ingredients. But obviously, if you're at home, I mean, it's not like you're in the office. You can do what you want, can't you, when you're working from home? So anyway, to cut a very long story reasonably short, I discovered the BBQ Pit Boys on YouTube. I definitely recommend, if you enjoy cooking, and it doesn't have to be a barbecue type food, but if you enjoy cooking, and maybe you're more, I don't know what phrase to use. I know Jamie Oliver used to say bish bash bosh or something like that. He was quite a naked way of cooking. He was never naked. And there's a style, shall we say, to the BBQ Pit Boys, and I really identify with that. I think they've been making YouTube videos now for more than 10 or 12 years. They've nearly 2 million followers on YouTube. Definitely look them up. If you like, shall we say, making your own tasty food with a lot less faff. Faff, that's spelt F-A-F-F. F as in Freddy. They've just the style about them. They take away a lot of the pomposity around cooking, a lot of the complexity. I really enjoy Gordon Ramsay. Don't tell him that. But there's always this element of, he's got this wide range of ingredients, which I never have, and I know he's done the odd recipe. Oh, well, you can use this instead or that instead. Whereas the BBQ Pit Boys, they go, right, this is how we're going to do this. And they show you how to do it. They show you how to cut an onion. They show you how to do a burger pate. And if you haven't got this ingredient, you can use this ingredient, Or if you haven't got that, you can use this. And if you're going to use this, don't use that. And I think it's brilliant. Now, you don't have to have a barbecue. That's the other beautiful thing about it. I think 90% of the food that they cook is off the heat. One of the mistakes I made in my early years as an amateur barbecuer, you get the coals, they go white, you put your chicken on and everything else, and the flames are up in the air, and it's burnt on the outside, but raw on the inside. So the BBQ Pit Boys, they're really good. They show you how to do it off the heat. They show you how to smoke things. They show you how to cut things. They show you how to cut meat. They show you how to season. They tell you about, I think it's SPG that they use, salt, salt, pepper, garlic. But I mean, they show you all about seasoning. You know, they show you how to use beer, how to use alcohol in cooking and stuff like that. And they also, and this is the big thing for me, is the recipes are relatively simple. The ingredients you're probably going to have in. And they also cover the fact that you might not have the exact ingredients, you know. Sorry, Gordon Ramsay. I know he's definitely done things where it's like, you know, oh yeah, you know, if you've not got this. But most of the time, he's quite specific. And if you've not gone to the shops recently or you're on lockdown, it can be a problem. Whereas the BBQ Pit Boys, I have to say, a lot of their recipes I've tried in the house during lockdown. And I've maybe modified them a little bit as well. And they're fantastic. I always like to season food. I like to use garnish and all that sort of stuff. But you know what? They present it in such a great way. Such a simple way as well, you know. There's a phrase, I think it's an English phrase, airs and graces. They take that all away, all the pomposity and all the, whatever you want to call it around cooking and good food. I mean, good food can be simple and straight to the point. And you know what? They're not afraid to open a tin of beans and put the beans into the recipe. I mean, literally a tin of beans. Now, I think they do say it's a good tin of beans, but it's a tin of beans, you know. And I love it. I think it's fantastic, you know. They use tequila, you know. They use, I don't know, beer and all the rest of it. And they have a real nice style to it. I think my only complaint, and it's only a small complaint really, sometimes, well, they do some very slow cooking or smoking, you know. And sometimes they show you all this, putting this ingredients together on this meat. And then they go, right, and just put in this low heat on this barbecue for 3 to 5 hours. And I'm going, okay, I didn't know that at the beginning. But they're very good, you know. I have to say, it really got me through the lockdown. And a lot of the recipes, a few of them I did, you know, literally exactly like they did them. But I also modified a few for myself as well. And they never failed to disappoint. So if you're looking for, I don't know, honest to God, simple recipes that might include a can of beans, can of baked beans, whatever, I think they're great, you know. I think, you know, don't be put off by the barbecue moniker because they're way more than that, you know. I mean, most of the food you can do, you know, in the oven, on the grill and things like that. And you know what? They even look after the veggies now. There's some vegetarian options as well. So they have a great style to them, a great way of doing things. I do know they had some criticism. I think they had a few comments around, oh, well, you need to clean that board now. You've used meat on it and you need to do this and you need to do that. And they're always talking about the food police, you know. But what I would say to you is if you follow the recipes and, you know, see how they do things. I mean, I've learned how to cut onions. I know how to dice stuff now from watching the BBQ Pit Boys. And I would say to you, if you make something based upon the recipes and the things that they do, there's no doubt that the food will taste real good.